Go. Welcome everyone to the podcast. It is January 23rd. I am Todd McFarlane, also known as Deirdre from the IHSEA. Also, I'm coaching Taft and Steinmetz this year. I have with me Andy. He's not Project Monster anymore. He is Chillrend, so we do have to update that graphic.
Are you using the wrong graphic? Didn't I
No,
make another graphic?
we never made a second one
I'm
for
gonna
this.
work
This
on
is the
that
old one that
as
we've been using.
I'm gonna work on that as we speak.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, hey, what's up, guys? I'm Andy Chilrun Monster. I coach at Mattia and Naperville North High School, and I do streaming for the IHSEA. So what's up?
Mendes fail. Not Mendes fail.
Hey.
He's working on all stuff for the league, so it's not a Mendes fail.
Yeah, I'm also a shameless plug, except it's not a plug. We're all in this together. But the Fortnite League starts pretty soon. Follow at IHSFL_org for all your Fortnite high school Illinois needs. There you go. I'm done. You can talk for the
Thanks
rest
for
of the
that
podcast. Sure.
shameful plug. Good job.
That's
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we're just here to chat up a little bit, see if anyone needs anything. We are hoping to start the season on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's the idea. So Tuesday, Wednesday, you have until Friday to get your rosters in. Make sure you guys sign up on Battlefy. It's kind of important. Make sure you guys are all on there and register because once I start the season, you cannot make edits to your team in any way. So make sure you guys get signed up on Battlefy. Get everyone on Battlefy signed up in your team. Make sure your teams are correct. Make sure if you're doing any roster name changes that they are correct. We're hoping to have everything go live on Friday so that we can get stuff set up. Hopefully everything will be announced either late Sunday or Monday. Excuse me. For your brackets and who you're playing at the latest. That is the idea. Meridian Gaming Club, as of right now, yes, the only way is to pay through PayPal. We've had a couple issues with that with other schools, but they found some workarounds, having students collect money and doing that. If you need me to send an invoice because you have a credit card payment, that's fine. I can do that. If you don't want to create a PayPal and link all and do all that, I can do a one-time guest pass invoice. So if you need that, please email ihseaorg at gmail.com so that comes through. And I'll send you an invoice via PayPal straight from them, and then it's just a one-time guest pay through credit card. A couple schools have done that instead of just paying straight through PayPal, the PayPal Me site. It also works easier if you need to keep records for bills and whatnot to get reimbursed from the school, what have you, if you're a coach. So, oh, you are with. I didn't know if you were frozen or if you were just working on something.
I am working on something. My apologies.
No worries. I just saw you staring off into nowhere. I was like, wait, is he still there?
Yeah, it's good. I'm here. What's up? Rogue Leader, I'm working on them. Hopefully, like I said, it's been busy, but hopefully they'll be done by Friday.
I mean,
and I'll send them over.
It's not like you have a job, Andy. I mean, come on.
Well,
I mean, there's not even sports in season right now.
Right, of course. Yeah. I have nothing else to say to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're doing a great job.
Nice.
Especially since we haven't had any students step up and create any graphics for us yet. I'm waiting for that day.
And if it's kids, graphics and stuff, swing them our way, and we'd love to work with them.
Nope. Please. Another command I got to add to that list.
You see, not like you have a job or anything.
No, not like I, teach 5 classes or another.
Nope.
Is Flynn actually a graphic designer? I'd be very sad if he was. What was I just looking up? I was just going to look up something. Oh, yeah. That's what I was looking up. Oh, that does not look right.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, he did create those graphics for us for the Overwatch stuff. So yeah, that would be a great idea. Where
What do you think?
is? I do not have it. That's unfortunate. I'm creating the tag right now.
So thanks for tuning in on the stream, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty chill
If
stream.
you
We're
guys,
just
yeah,
chatting, talking, and working at the same time.
if you guys have any questions, just let us know. We'll be here for a little while. Can't find this.
Found a random Amazon box under my desk for some reason. Christmas.
Nice unboxing stream. Here we go.
It's an empty box already with garbage in it. So
Well, you
it's
unbox the garbage.
it's not the unboxing that I want.
It's what streamers do anyway.
So what you been up to?
Me?
Yes.
I don't know, a lot. I mean, we're still kind of forging our way through this land site at Naperville North, so that's been a lot of work. And luckily, I've got two great coaches that take care of all the coaching. So I.
So you actually get to be like the eSports coordinator?
Yeah, that's what I am now.
That's nice.
It's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
I'd love that. I'd love to actually have a bunch of coaches and just monitor them.
Yeah, no, I mean they're absolutely great though. They're so good. I don't need to monitor them or anything like that. In fact, most of their, at least I could say, both of our head coaches are so much better at whatever I could have ever done as far as a coach goes. So I'm really grateful for them. But yeah, so right now I'm just kind of working on stuff to get that set up at North, as well as the Fortnite stuff has been taking a lot of my time too, which I don't know a whole lot about Fortnite. I'm just trying to help Dalton McGee get that all set up. On top of that, just some other personal endeavors and things like that, trying to rebrand myself too at the same time, working on a logo and all that. But yeah, and outside of that, I've got my full-time jobs. So,
So you're not doing anything. Like I said, you're just chilling.
Yeah.
Enjoying that young adult life.
That's right. All the time in the world. Do whatever I want.
Hey, guess what?
Right.
You don't have a mortgage or kids yet, so you do have all of the time in the world.
Yeah.
Because if you had either of those, you wouldn't have anything but a full-time job.
You've got me beat there.
Yeah, I have two, and one's an infant.
Yeah, so, okay. Well, hey, you want to talk about the event that we went to on Saturday? That was cool.
Oh, yeah, that was actually really cool. I totally forgot that we could bring that up because no one was here for that. Or most people weren't here for that. Let me answer Terp's question first. Battlefield rosters. Coaches can be on there. Yes, they can be on there. They will also, as long as they're not playing, coaches are not eligible to play on the team at all. So if you want them on there, it would help. They would be able to get the tournament code and whatnot if other players couldn't. The coach was actually supposed to create the Battlefield team. That way they were first and they would be seen as the captain. But if that didn't happen for some reason, it is okay if they're on the roster so they can see it and have access. But
okay, good. Because in my case, I created all 4 teams for my program, and then I also had the coaches join those teams. So on Overwatch, I was able to give Terp the leadership role or whatever it was, a captain status, but on League I was not able to give it to the other coach. So he's on the roster, but he'll make himself clear he's a coach.
Yeah,
he's not ever going to play. So
right. Yeah, no, and it's one of the little finer things with Battlefield. There's no way to give like coach access so that they still can see stuff.
That's super, super, super great.
Yeah, so you can't really tell. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works, Rogue Leader. When you put in the captain's name, if it designates them to be the captain, or if then that puts your name in, their summoner name in for you. I'm not sure how that works. Either way, it should be okay, but we'll find out. Hopefully, as long as they join the team, it should be okay. So that's what I was looking up. I was looking up the internship form, so I can put that command in. Link. See, we're working while we're talking.
Yeah, that's what we do. Oh, this is not good. We're being productive, functional adults. This is great.
Portfolio for eSports. Done. Automatically repeat it. Save it. Let's see if it works. Could have swore I did this command forever ago, but I guess not. Ta-da! There we go. It works now. I forgot what the command was last week that I was supposed to do. And you never actually wrote it down for me.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Wait, what was I supposed to do? What?
You were supposed to write down in the Discord for me what I was supposed to add to the list.
I don't remember you telling me that.
I know.
Okay. That's awesome. Great.
Yeah. So I was checking Discord to make sure there's nothing else in here that. All right. Yeah. So the event we went to on Saturday, at the Wolves game, that was pretty epic. We were on a panel with Robert Morris, coaches, Jose Espin, and Mike. What is his last name?
Mike Gordon.
No, it's not Mike Gordon. I literally just.
Oh.
No, wait. I just texted him a minute ago. Michael Wisnios.
I thought you were talking about the other guy.
The president?
Yep.
No. Talking about Mike Wisnios, the new esports director at Robert Morris. Jose Espin is still working with them, but he is now actually a full-time employee of the Big Ten Network, and he's working with the Big Ten Network and esports for this upcoming season. So
transitioning into being the person for that, which is awesome. I got a chance to talk to him directly for a while, and it was really cool, really cool to see him grow as a person because, as far as like high school esports goes, he was like, him and his program at Robert Morris were like the first,
right,
in our area.
Yeah, he was definitely part of the first group of esports colleges. So it was really awesome to watch him grow and now actually gain an esports gig outside.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, I see how this new graphic has you go first.
Yeah.
Cool. I see.
Did you want to design one where you go first, or?
No, I guess that's what happens. The chat box make it white. Remember?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Because the chat box is actually clear, and I can't change the background on it.
No, it's not clear.
No, the chat box that I have to put over that.
Oh, okay. So
it would just be black letters on black background.
I see. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you're way too needy, though. Way too needy.
Jump Peak, where are you from? What school? So you have a team interested in playing. The principal wants permission to play. Shelbyville? Where's Shelbyville? That sounds so familiar.
Probably Illinois. There you go. There's the update graphic. I can sleep in peace.
Shelbyville is in the middle of nowhere. No offense.
That's really a good way to.
It's south of Champaign and Springfield. So basically straight south of Decatur. Almost to St. Louis. Okay, that's way out there. Oh, nice. You guys were at the Route 66 tournament? Yeah, that's that's some of our southern teams. We're actually getting a fairly big contingent of Southern Illinois teams lately, which is really awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Springfield
Yeah,
too.
because
They're doing good.
they were all out there. We had like one last year, and they're like the lone school participating. Let me look up and see how many are in the tournament because you were asking. I have
The
like so
principal
many.
just wants to sign off that we have permission to play and that is not fully on board as adding us in as an official school team. I see what you're saying now. I had to reread that a few times, but I get it.
Yeah, so the way that most people have their teams is they're basically a club, not an actual sports team. So I don't think any school is actually recognized as an athletic team or a sports team. So it's really interesting. Think of it more if they have a question about it. Think of it like the debate team or debate club, or the chess team. The chess team is not technically an athletic team. They fall in what they call activities. So that's kind of where it falls. And so if they're looking at where it fits in the school structure, it at the moment it would be considered an activity, which is like debate or chess, or there's another one as well. Academic decathlon, I believe, is another one that falls into
Speech.
that.
Is speech in there? No. Is speech
Uh,
I should say?
Speech is not debate. I think they combined. I think
Oh,
speech
okay.
is part of debate now, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure, Jumpig, you fill out the forms because I don't know if I have an interest form for you yet. Yeah, I don't have an interest form, so at least get the interest form down so I have your contact information, so I can send out email blasts and whatnot. And then once you get the official sign off for the tournament, sign up for that. But if you need help, let me know. Definitely can help you with that. Yeah, Sandberg actually showed up and won first place. I think it was Sandberg versus Barrington. Barrington's going to be signing up hopefully soon. They haven't signed up yet, but I talked with the coach and he should be on uh, hopefully by tomorrow.
Barrington was, I think, they were the school that knocked out Mateo Valley in the IHSEA playoffs, I believe.
Yeah,
If I
yeah, because
remember
they ended up
correctly.
going to the
So yeah,
finals.
to the fan.
Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Barrington has a really good
all
team,
coming
and they
back.
actually have like a legit coach, like someone who's
Oh
actually
yeah,
played
I do
collegiately.
know. I do know that guy.
Yeah, because we met them at the other tournament we went
At
to.
the play versus the
Oh,
he who should not be named.
yes. They who shall not be named.
Yeah, I say he because of what's his name?
Yeah.
Cousin Chuck. Cousin cut. Yeah. No.
Yeah. But yeah, they should be joining. Sandberg did a great job. They made some huge steps because last year they were definitely not as well. So either they found more players or started getting organized and better as a team. Because last year I don't think they did very well last year. I think they finished towards the middle to the bottom, but they did not make a good run in the playoffs. So I'm excited to see them actually doing good and winning tournaments and braving that snow to make it out there because that was ridiculous. Although it looked like a really good tournament. It looks like they actually had stuff set up right, except for that the little bit of a delay in the beginning in the first day.
Had it up on the jumbotron and stuff too. That was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, exactly. In the stadium and everything, like they had it really,
Yeah.
really set up cool.
That was legit.
But yeah, no, we were at this panel talking about esports, and we are talking at the Wolves game. We were invited by the Chicago Wolves. We actually had the president of the Chicago Wolves introduce us and be the moderator for the panel, which was really awesome to have them take such a big interest in it. Mark Morris had a big event esports thing activity during the game, so they had a bunch of stations set up where kids are playing Fortnite and Smash and a couple other games around the stadium, which was really cool because it kind of got the kids. I never realized how many kids and families were actually at the Wolves game.
Yeah,
I'm used to going to the Hawks games where it's mostly like adult bros and that type of thing, and their trophy wives and things like that. But and then just the real hockey fans. But
you can't say that.
At the Wolves game, it was all families. It was a ton of little kids. Like I brought a baby, and there was plenty of other babies around. So
Is it baby mingling?
Yeah, yeah. So I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, well, this is actually a really fun family event, and it's probably because tickets are cheap. I think tickets are like $20 you can get them for, that's super affordable if you want. So it was nice. But yeah, no, it was really awesome. We talked. So it was what, maybe 100 people there, and the line out the door. We had more people than they were expecting. They didn't have chairs for everyone, so we were able to talk to a bunch of them about esports. Talk to a couple kids who might want to participate in our tournaments in the future. Maybe not this year, but next year, and actually just explain what esports is about because a lot of people just don't know. So it was really really cool to talk to all these people and answer their questions.
Yep. And to answer your question, Adrian did go to Robert Morris University. Yeah. Adrian went to RMU and then he went to play for LMQ professionally, and then kind of bounced around between Impulse and then Immortals. And Immortals got phased away. He was on Phoenix One, Team Liquid, and then eventually Echo Fox.
Yeah, I think those they had another. They have a couple pro players that played for them. Albeit
Yeah,
most of them were pretty short. Like some were like 2 months they were on the team and they were already scouted and into the pros.
yeah. Isn't there a player right now that just went to RMU that is now playing at the was it the Spanish League?
Yeah, Latin American League.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Latin American League.
yeah, he's really cool. I remember meeting him a couple years ago and then talking to him last year for a little bit when I was there at one of the events. He's a really cool guy. It was really awesome to talk to him and see how into it he was.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Adrian is at the moment.
It says here that he was on Equifax Academy in July 2018, and then dropped. And
So he's free agent at the moment.
I think he's a free agent. Yeah. Nice.
Awesome. It looks like everyone's getting esports equipment. Roglier says he might have something in the next couple of months.
That's awesome.
Yeah, especially in your area. I mean, in Chicago, like we have. Well, actually, once I get my stuff set up at Steinmetz, we're actually changing it up. We were gonna buy a bunch of pre-built machines, but then we had someone volunteer and say, "Hey, I'll build all your machines if you buy the parts." And we're like, our tech coordinator said that, and we're like, "All right, well." So now we're getting like upgrades on everything.
Nice.
And he's gonna hand build it himself because I was like, I don't have time to do that. I'd love to and save the money and upgrade, but I would not have the time to do that. Unless they were gonna, pay for me to do that.
And then suddenly you've got time.
Right. Right. It's like you pay for a sub for me, and yeah, sure, I'll spend a day building your machines.
Yeah. So Adrian is 21. He played for all these teams and everything, and he's 21 years old, man.
How old are you?
Don't worry about it.
What have you done with your life so far?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a failure.
Wait, it only gets worse as you get older. Don't worry.
Thanks, man.
When you ask when you ask kids in high school, like, how old are you? What year did you you find out what year they were born, and you're like, oh, that's when I graduated high school. That's when you really feel old.
Yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily for me, when I was 20 and 21, and then hit that 22, and it's like, the college seniors in playing football and whatnot were the same age as me. Now it's esports. They're 19. It's like, oh wow, wasted my life because I'm 21. Like I would have felt really bad and like, oh yeah, I'm 21. My life is over. I did nothing with it because I wanted to play esports. So, if only this was around then. Currently, at the moment, someone asked how many teams we have signed up. We have 20 varsity league teams at the moment, which is more than last year right now, which is really cool. And I know there's a few more teams that need to sign up. And then we have 14 JV teams, which is ridiculous. That many schools actually have JV teams. We have 12 varsity Overwatch teams and 5 JV Overwatch. So JV Overwatch is a little light, but we have 12, which is a decent amount for Overwatch varsity. hopefully we'll have a couple more join up soon. We did have one team just drop out today. Just miscommunication. School we haven't been talking to, but kind of just wanted to get on board and sign up, and they were not ready to get in yet. But that's okay. It happens. Oh yes, and Rogue Leader, they are extremely expensive. If you're looking to actually build an arena, I always like tell most places to do it right. It costs around 20 grand, depending on how much you want to actually put into it.
Yep.
And that doesn't count like the actual setup or install or the setup of the lab or any of that. That's literally just for equipment, not even counting like desks either. So depending on what your setup is, it can get really expensive really quick. At both of my schools, I was lucky enough to talk them into getting a streaming machine. So it has capture card at 2080 in it, just to make sure it's able to handle everything if we need it to be. So, yeah, 14 computers, peripherals. Yep, we have exactly that's half. We have keyboards, headsets, mics, mouse pads, the X-Racer chairs. The networking gear is kind of where we're lacking, but so far it hasn't failed us. Knock on wood. We haven't had any issues with any of the connections at school, so it's really good.
That's good.
Because we're literally running off some cheap switch off of like 2 connections, so it works at the moment. But hopefully we'll upgrade soon. Steinmetz will be nice and decent. We're actually getting like webcams and stuff so we can actually do podcasts and streams from school because kids are kind of interested in that there as well. So possibly get some of them on here. And then once we get all set up too, we're definitely going to stream some from Steinmetz. They like to play a lot of Smash, so we'll stream some Smash tournaments and whatnot from there just to kind of get the kids excited. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, definitely, like, they're like, oh, how do you fund it? And it's like, well, you have the kids play from home because that's the best thing for them to do.
That's right.
Yeah, but this event that we did on Saturday with the Wolves was really awesome. Thanks to everyone who actually made it out to show up and support us. It was really cool to be part of them and watch them all jump on board for that. All right, if anyone has any other questions, feel free to ask in chat. I think I covered most things in here. I haven't even read the patch notes for 9.2 yet, which is not good. I'm going to need to do that soon.
Really?
Yeah, I've actually been playing League a little bit more when I can.
Yeah, I've actually been playing a few games too.
It's crazy, because whenever I LEC started, which is the European LCS, yep. So I watched that and I'm like, oh, I want to play League again. Like, me watching competitive League just makes me want to play the game so good.
And then it just makes you sad because competitive League and solo queue is very different.
That is so true. That is so true. Yeah, I'm not. It's fine. I keep good mentality when I play ranked games though. I've come back many times keeping that mentality.
That's good.
Like my 19 death brand game that I had yesterday.
Wow.
Hey, I had 19 deaths, but I had like 25 stacks of.
Dark Harvest?
Of what?
Dark Harvest?
Yeah. Like every time I died, I almost killed someone.
How did you feel about, I guess now, pre-patch Nasus Jungle?
That's
so funny.
Yeah, I saw it once or twice, and I mean, people just don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah,
it's Nasus. It hasn't changed. He's still the same thing. He's just a little bit stronger now.
I would say a little bit is maybe a little bit of an understatement. Because I don't know, like the stackage is just so good now. Well, I guess not anymore, but I don't know. Oh, Silas is released too. I gotta buy Silas. Or Silas, how do you say his name?
I think it's Silas. I think. I haven't watched the video yet, so
I'm gonna assume it's Silas. Is he out? Out? Or
uh,
when's the patch?
tomorrow. I think tomorrow's patch day
Oh,
because it's
okay,
the usually it's Thursdays for the long ones,
got it.
the big ones. Excited for rank season. That's good. My kids are just refusing to play ranked because they're like, oh, it's out tomorrow.
That's fine. Oh yeah, the cane changes are cool too. I'm all for it. I can look through the patch. Let's see.
Oh, I don't want LOL eSports. I just wanted.
Ranked, yeah, completely changing. Silas is coming out. Recharge time. Aatrox getting adjusted. I think he'll be balanced now.
What were the cane changes? Transformation.
That cube adjust is gonna really help Aurelion Soul. That's like kind of the bigger thing about Aurelion Soul is not being able to stun an enemy that's right in front of you. But that has not changed. Brand getting a nerf, thank God. I don't even know why they touched Cassiopeia. Thank God they nerfed Galio. Oh,
Oh,
I thought what was super interesting was they just completely got rid of the disarm on Aurelia.
they just what?
Like they completely dropped the disarm
Oh,
on
the
Aurelia.
disarm. Yeah, no, I saw someone telling me about the patch notes for that. I'm like,
That's so weird.
it's like it's the one they keep taking away the one thing that makes champions unique, and also she had the shield
Right,
breaker on her passive. It's like that's the
right.
one thing that makes her unique and not just another dash champion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, come
Well,
on.
I know how we can fix this game. Let's just remove the ultimate. How about that? You know, actually, it's funny. It's funny we were talking about this. I played a few games with Riot Maple yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was able to get into one of his games and he invited us to a Discord and everything. It was really fun. Um, and we were just talking a little bit. Now we were talking about some of the changes that are coming up. And we got an interesting insight. And we know this is never going to ship unless they decide later on. But they were thinking about giving Ash's W an AP ratio to make support viable. He wasn't even trolling. He was like, you know, they tried it and it was like combined with Dark Harvest or um, Comet, it was just too strong in the mid lane, and they couldn't find like the right number to make it viable in the bot lane,
Ash
like
mid
not
lane. We're talking
useless.
like season 1, season 2.
Yes. Like the volley poke was just too strong, so they couldn't ship it. It was pretty interesting to hear.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Do you believe that high school esports would ever get big enough so that all IHSEA teams could be made and then would go on to compete against other state teams? If so, in how many years? Mm, that's a
I
tough
mean, I
one.
think we could have had a team last year that was semi pro.
Yeah, I think he meant yeah. Oh, definitely. I God, I would hope that other states would be as organized in maybe the next few years. Like something that I've always thought about. Actually, there are two things that I've always wanted to host or do. One of them was, and I was talking to somebody at the event about this too, is a All-Star League for Illinois, but it would just make a lot more sense to do an All-Star League for, you know, obviously the state, or yeah, for the nation, and then what was it? It was like an event where it was coaches versus coaches tournament. I wanted to do that too.
Nice. Oh yeah,
Maybe I
that's
can
right. Didn't
organize
you try to
something.
set something up last year or year before?
I talked about it.
Yeah.
I didn't really like do
You and
anything to set
a
it up
couple
though.
of the other was it the Guilford coach and someone else was
Yeah,
talking about it too, trying to get. We played a couple games
yeah.
together.
It was fun. Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
If we can get all the coaches and program directors together and do like a draft and stream it, I think it would be so much fun.
Oh yeah, I think that
Have
that would be
to
pretty awesome. Just do or
have
even just do random teams, like literally like do a draw and be like, okay, here's the 4 teams.
right and have the kids cast it. That'd
Yeah,
be.
that would be pretty
I think
awesome.
that'd be a really fun event. Maybe I'll work on that this year.
That
We'll
might be
see.
our summer project
I
because
was
that's
gonna
the only
say.
time we have time.
I was gonna say yeah. Maybe we'll do something in the summer. Uh,
But yeah, I mean,
invoice.
for that, before you move on to that question, like that,
Okay.
I think uh, we Illinois can easily put a team together, no problem at all. The issue would be the other states, how organized they are. I think
Yeah.
between Illinois and California, we're the only two that is super organized in any form or fashion.
Right.
Other ones
I
have
would
leagues
say.
and things, but I have not heard enough from them. And they're starting stuff, and they have tournaments and things. Wisconsin, I think now this is their second year, so they're doing a little bit more.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say probably if I had to pick four areas of the nation right now that are the most equipped, it would be here in Illinois, Wisconsin probably in this next year, California, and then some of the teams in the East seem to be doing really well. I think that's New Jersey, either New Jersey or New York. It's one of those two states that are doing really well for high school esports. So right now, it's definitely not in the position to kind of make something happen, but I would love to see that eventually.
yeah, I definitely would love to see like an all star tournament over the summer where some college invites them all out and pays for them to go and whatnot. And
Yeah,
scouting grounds technically.
yeah, definitely. When does Rainbow Six and CS:GO come to the IHSEA? PogChamp. Poggers. Um, I think. I mean, I don't want to talk about the IHSEA a whole lot because I don't know what you think about it. But I mean, in my opinion, um, I know that the school districts that I work with are going to be very, very hesitant to add something like that ever, just because of the way just because of our climate now. Um, However, I do see that if a governing body, such as whoever is going to be in charge of esports in the next few years, says, okay, we are going to compete in this because we want to reflect what the NACE does or the other big college conferences do. We want to be able to create feeder programs and blah, 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 blah. Then I could see some school districts kind of, uh, it'll probably be like pulling teeth, but probably being able to support it. And I think kind of the main thing is that um, an organization or association like ours is that we look towards the biggest interest and try to cater to that. So League of Legends was obviously the biggest interest in the last 2 years. Overwatch has become a big interest too. Um, so and that's kind of the idea with the Fortnite project that not everyone's involved in. We're just kind of testing right now. Um, that's kind of where that comes from too. We want to be able to appeal to as much interest for schools as possible. At the same time, we want to be respectful of the schools that may have issues with their organization or their administration in order to make that happen. I don't know how you feel about that, Todd.
Yeah, I mean, Meridian, yeah, the email is just the IHSEA email, ihsea.org@gmail.com. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much agreed. That's why we haven't stepped into any of those games because a lot of districts are even hesitant to add League of Legends and add Overwatch because of the nature of those games. And the reason why we picked those two especially is because according to the ESRB, those games are rated teen, which would be appropriate for anyone in high school. Whereas Rainbow Six and CS:GO both, I believe, are rated mature, and therefore then would disqualify them from being part of the league for that reason. So we definitely will be
Yeah,
more hesitant before we jump on those until we are firmly established. And obviously, there would have to be a little more involvement with parents and districts and administration if we were even to go into that round
yep,
with Rainbow Six and CS:GO, just because it is an extra step. Because if it's rated mature and we have 13-year-old freshmen playing, that could be an issue if their parents aren't aware of what the game actually contains.
yep.
So, which is
That's
unfortunate that they
another.
wouldn't be, but it happens a lot.
Yeah, and just as a side comment, I know that doesn't directly approach for Rainbow Six and CS:GO, but for other games that seem to have like an interest in esports, but maybe don't have the structure. So, for instance, I'm gonna go back to Fortnite. They don't have custom servers yet, so it makes it impossible for an association like ours to pick it up easily. It has to be very convoluted process of scoring and match reporting and making sure that everything is validated and correct. Whereas in a game like League, for instance, or even Counter Strike and Rainbow Six, you can create your own lobbies and have a spectator and watch, and it's made for esports. I'm really surprised that a game like Fortnite hasn't already jumped on that, but I guess they're just trying to milk it on their own as much as possible. I don't know what their plan is, but um, yeah, so games like that, where it's a little bit harder to connect from wherever you are at a school, and then eventually lead into a final without any huge bumps, kind of like Super Smash Brothers as well. I know that's possible, but it's another whole nother monster that we'd have to fight.
Yeah.
No pun intended for the last time.
um, yeah, but I mean that definitely is something we want to look into and check is definitely different games, but obviously keep them appropriate so we're not having to explain too much to administration and things like that they might not be okay with. So.
Yep. So how does Illinois and California compare in regards to organization with their state programs? I haven't done a whole lot of research on California's structure. Have you?
The California structure as a state is kind of interesting because they have several leagues that are fairly big in California. Because all the developers there are there, and also they have a lot of extra money with the tech industry there. They have a lot more sustained budget, and there are a lot more people that are aware of gaming. You know, all the developers with kids and understand, gaming and whatnot. It makes it a lot easier for them to get stuff organized across the state. So they have, over 50 schools easily that participate in tournaments in different games there. But it's just because they have the climate and culture in California specifically for it. They have 2 or 3 big organizations that are well funded, that are able to handle that, which we're still, like I said last week, we're still working on doing our full-time jobs as well as doing all of this. I mean, as much as you, me, and everyone else would love to, quit our jobs and do this full-time, right now there's not a market for that yet. So if someone wants to,
not a possibility yet.
Yeah, if someone wants to jump in and, help us out, we're all there. We're all for it. But definitely. Until that time,
I wonder, does California run Play Versus? Is that? I mean, they have to be, right? I mean,
I don't know if they were part of the initial one because again, they're pretty big. I think they were. I mean, they're based there, so I would assume they were, but I did not.
I would assume too.
Again,
but
I have no idea what has happened with that first season. So,
yeah. So, oh, do you remember? While we were at the panel, I was talking about a young gentleman that is going to be interning for Dignitas.
Yes.
That's Gurks in the chat.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
That makes sense now. Welcome, Gurks. Congratulations. Let me know if they need any help.
Come on. I'm your sponsor. Come to me first. Just kidding.
He knows nothing.
What's the meme about Play Versus? Should we dive into this rabbit hole?
No.
I think I don't want to deface the name of anything, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah.
Yes. Who was it MT Pater was asking about your name? We fix. That will we fix for the next time.
Yeah. There's a new overlay, new and improved.
Yeah, I just didn't want to put it up in midstream as much as I was working. I don't want to be like, oh, here, wait.
That's right.
So, do we miss any questions? I don't think so. Meridian, did you get that email sent yet? I haven't checked. I have so many tabs open. There's my email. I don't see it yet.
Are you doing not state champs, the other one? Are you doing the I hate to describe them like this, but do you know the school that tags literally every school?
It was the Game Head one?
Yeah.
Not at the moment, as summer is so hard to coordinate my guys, and that one's like mid-July, which is the middle of summer.
Yeah, that's tough. I was gonna say like the summer tournament would be fun to do, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I don't know. We'll look into it though. I mean, they did say that the seniors that just graduated are allowed to play, which is nice.
Yeah. Oh, I would hope they would. I mean, obviously they just announced it now, so.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was. I think it's like 4.5 hours for me from Chicago, and I'm like,
Yeah, I mean it's a 3-day thing though, so I mean
Yeah.
you'll
But
be
again,
staying.
that's a 3-day permission slip with a couple chaperones now, and me away from
Yeah,
my family and everything in the summer for
that's
three
true.
days.
That's true.
So
Yeah, not like you have anything else to do,
no,
right?
no, nothing. Just chill. I'll be playing games 24/7. Then my streamer life.
Now, speaking of games, you want to plug your Extra Life? I saw that you posted it
Yeah,
the
I
other day.
just uh, I just signed up again for Extra Life. It's one of the charities I do every year. I'm hoping to get my kids at Taft and Steinmetz to participate this year. Last year, my kids at Taft, between the Taft and myself, we raised I think like almost $3,500. That went to Lurie's Hospital. Um, in Chicago. So went all to Children's Hospital, and I actually know the guy that works for Lurie's Hospital and is in charge of Extra Life and donations, and he's a really great guy. I think it's still him now. I don't know if anything's changed in their positions there, but I met with him last year, and we're hoping to set up a meetup at least some point this year, where the kids can go and check out and see what the money they're raising, what it's for. Kind of establish that connection between it. We wanted to do one last year, but never could get it organized. But I think it's a great opportunity for gamers to give back. Extra Life, if you haven't heard of it before, think of it like a jogathon, but for gamers. You sign up, you collect donations from people to then sponsor you in a 24-hour gaming marathon. Last year, I did two 24-hour gaming marathons, one in the summer, as well as one on their official game day, which is in November. Well, actually, the one in November was 25 hours because they always do it on the set the clocks back time. So it was always a 24-hour day. But I did two 24-hour streams of playing, and two 12 hours, different ones. And 12 hours ones were from Taft. We did it live from our arena and streamed it from there. God, Second Life, no. But then, yeah, we did two 12 hours there. And then at Taft, one in the spring and one in the fall, which we're hoping to do again this year. And I will be doing my summer one at my house as well as my fall, which I need to start planning it. It's January and everything started. But at my house, I basically throw a big LAN party. This year, I actually put a camera in my living room. I had like 4 to 5 TVs set up in the living room. My stepbrothers were over. A couple friends came over. So it was really awesome to watch and see and have everyone come over and collect money and just play games and play it for a good cause.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, earlier I got distracted because you said Michael, you were trying Mike, and it
Yes.
is Michael Gordon, by the way. But I just want to clarify that Michael Gordon is the president. I wasn't just.
Throwing out
Don't,
a random name? No, I knew it was Mike. I have his card sitting on my dresser right now.
okay, all right, man. Just wanted to make sure.
Yes, it was Michael Gordon,
Word
but that
around
was not the Michael I was talking about.
Word around the block is that there will be lands for some of these games, such as League and Overwatch. Where will these take place? That information is on the website. Boom. The League of Legends one's going to be at Robert Morris University. Right now, scheduled for April 27th.
Yep.
Right? Okay, April 27th. The Overwatch one is still pending, which we have a meeting about that next week. So
Yeah, we're trying to figure out the times and the location as soon as we can, so we can let everyone know to make sure that they can make arrangements. But it will probably be around that time, April 27th, the week after, or the week before.
Yep. Yeah.
But sometime
We were
around
supposed to
that
have-
time, depending on how their season develops, they might be a little off compared to our weeks for
Yeah.
League. But
We were supposed to have a meeting yesterday afternoon, but for those of you who saw the weather yesterday, it was canceled. So
yes,
No.
yeah, it was a little rain and ice, and it was fun waking up this morning to the sheet of ice on the ground.
yeah, it was awesome. It was great.
Yeah, and I guess it's gonna be another sheet of ice tonight.
Can't wait. Can you see the excitement on my face?
I see. Are you on snow crew? Because that would be fun.
Oh, that would be awesome. But
My
no.
engineers were telling me like, oh yeah, we over the holiday weekend we had to come in on Sunday and take all the snow off, and then we had to do it again on Tuesday before
Yeah.
everyone got here. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
we don't have to do that. We just write passes. That's it. That's all I do.
Nice.
It's awesome. All right. Well, I think it looks like, we've slowed down a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone has any last questions, feel free to email. Remember, get your Battlefy rosters signed up. Please, if you need an invoice, send us an email for PayPal. If you're still trying to figure out how to pay and you want to do the one-time credit card payment, I might even just send them out on Friday if people don't pay, just so that they know, in case they forgot, because some people times that happens. But I want to try and get everything done by Friday, hoping the season starts next week. If we're able to push it another week just to give everyone time, we will, if possible. I don't know if it will happen. I'm still trying to make final arrangements with Robert Morris to find out if we'll have enough time. But I want to try for an 8-game season this year, and we'd have to start next week if we wanted to do that.
Yep.
Girk's the range of schools is basically just anyone in Illinois is the idea. So someone was just talking about they were from Shelbyville, which is almost as south as you can get down there. And it's kind of all over. Most of the state knows about it. We have quite a few from Central Illinois because of Champaign and what Illinois is doing. Springfield has a couple of schools in that area, in that district. So there's a lot of schools all around that are doing it. But for us, it's basically any school in Illinois is able to participate. If I wanted to open up to Wisconsin and Indiana, we could have a whole bunch more teams. But I want to try and keep this a state org and keep it with schools that you may know. So when we break up the brackets, we're going to break them up in basically the Chicago area and then the rest of the state is the whole idea. I have suburban listed on there, but technically that'll be the rest of the state this year. I just couldn't figure out a different name to put it at the moment when I made the bracket. But I mean, we're hoping to have teams all across the state participate. Yeah, if you guys have any final questions, I'll be here for a few more minutes. Again, thank you, Andy, for joining me. This will probably be a weekly thing. Remember, we'll be streaming League on Wednesdays, and Andy will be handling most of that, I hope, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm handling Overwatch too.
You're doing both?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have to do any on camera for anything or for any of that, but for League I'll be casting too.
Okay.
Unless we have kids that want to cast. The kids can come and cast. If you guys know anybody that wants to come cast.
Yeah. Yeah, and I definitely will be able to help you out with casting some of that and being around. So just let me know.
And then also Rogue Leader is going to help cast probably with Overwatch and League. And him and I are working on a surprise. We're working on a top 5 clips of the week for IHSEA. Hopefully that'll ship as soon as the week 1 ends. If not, just know we're trying.
Yeah.
but we're really looking to kind of make the players and the coaches feel like this is a semi or a under professional high school league. And on top of playing, it also comes with the media and the highlights and the feeling that you get when the casters are talking about you. And so we want to make sure that kind of stuff is highlighted. So hopefully we can make that work. We plan on hopefully, I keep saying hopefully, but debuting it on one of the weekly podcasts that we'll be doing. So we're thinking if we pre-create it, pre-film it, and just upload the video to the podcast, maybe at the beginning or during the end, and we'll make it work. Showcase it and then upload it to the YouTube on the day after. So there it is.
Yeah. If you guys can get me some stuff of what you'll need from people to submit videos.
Yes, I don't know what you mean, but we'll talk.
Like if you wanted to get if you wanted people to submit their own videos for the clips.
Yeah.
From other games that aren't streamed, because obviously we're gonna have one game streamed.
Yeah. Well, 2 games a week. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, one game of each version.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be in touch. We'll let you know. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Podcast for Game on Chicago. We'll probably be podcasting every Wednesday. We haven't figured out the actual schedule. Possibly right after league games, depending on family situations and schedule. Possibly even the Monday before. We haven't officially figured out when our during the season podcast will be. But we will let you know as soon as it is. YouTube. Why is that not a link? I could have swore that was a link.
I put one in the chat.
Yeah, I know, but that should have been.
Yeah.
No, it was not. All right. Well, I'm adding it right now so I can do it. I could have swore I had that in there, but it will be made for next time.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. Thanks for Leader. Yeah, send it to me so I have it. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for hanging out, guys, with us. We will probably have a podcast, or I will be on to talk at the beginning of the season, maybe Monday. But I will let you guys know when we're talking about anything else, rules and whatnot. So we will be around. Let us know. Have a good night.
Alrighty. Bye bye.